brown, pink, purple, whatever. You know, capitalism is the way it works. Capitalism is what America's founded on. Humans contribute climate change.
Right. Well,
humans, cows, all these things are God created.
This is exciting, nerve-wracking. This is actually my first time speaking to a group of people. We're just getting started. We're gonna do some big things. So thank y'all for having me. My name is Jalen Johnson. I'm 19 years old. I attend the University of West Georgia. I'm a sophomore political science pre-law major. Born and raised in Albany, Georgia, down in the boondocks. Even to this day, if somebody came to me right now and said, I'm gonna give you a house, I'm gonna give you money every month, and I'm gonna give you food, you think I wanna get a job? Heck no. I'm gonna take what they give me because it's too good to be true, right? I grew up in the inner cities. I grew up poor. I grew up and I saw how these things affected my communities. I saw how big government and these large liberal institutions affected my household firsthand. And it's not that I'm no better than you or I'm saying that you have to go the same path I went. It's just that I've also experienced this. I know how it feels. I'm not telling you that this is what you should think or believe, but there is another way. If you believe it, you can achieve it. The problem within the minority communities is that we have this stagnation and this ideal that we are victims to someone, that someone is holding us down. Granted, our grandparents and ancestors went through things that systematically oppressed them, that put them into a place to where they could not succeed because that was law. That was the law end all be all during that time. They used to walk down the street, and Chief Pritchett of Albany, Georgia, Google it, used to send dogs out at them and used to spray them down with water hoses, and they couldn't leave the house. Ku Klux Klan every night at 6 p.m. used to come and put a cross in their front yard and burn it. So that was real racism. The hardest obstacle I've had since coming to conservatism has been my own people. And if you know what I mean by my own people, I'm talking black people.
Trump did that. This is coming from a liberal news source. This is coming from a liberal news source. PBS is liberal. Atlanta.
I started Turning Point USA around January just to bring an organization to campus that promotes the principles of free speech, free markets, so students can have a broader opinion about things other than what we're typically taught. And on college campuses, things are typically liberal. Students are typically indoctrinated by these ideals, and we wanted to provide an organization where students could have the opposition of opinion on a nonpartisan level. And that's what Turning Point promotes. Freethinkership is what I call it. So the topic was President Trump is a great president, changed my mind. We know that's controversial for a lot of people because a lot of people feel like President Trump is not a great president. So we wanted to see what people's opinions on campus were like. And there were a lot of people who came by who expressed love, but there were also more people who came by and expressed opposition, just using things like President Trump is an underlying racist, or he's this person that doesn't care about America, and he's all this and all that. The typical mainstream stuff we hear people talk about. It's tough that this many people are that far gone in a sense that they can't get out of their own shell and experience new things and see different perspectives. We've seen how people have been able to grow up poor and get rich. We've seen how it worked. Why can't we model that and tell ourselves that we can be whatever we want to be? Because that's essentially what it comes down to. It comes down to personal responsibility and you making the right choices for your own life.
We feel like we can't be this and we can't be that, but we're the only people holding us down. And that's what I learned today. It's really sad that we think that we almost embolden this ideal that we are victims, that we are slaves, and that somebody's holding us down.
A lot of these people have never heard a different perspective or even seen a black conservative who supports President Trump. And I gave them a message of unity and love, but also told them that we should promote God and promote our religion before we put all our power within a single person, because nobody can control your destiny and nobody can control who you are and what you will be but yourself.